Hello. Today we will continue our discussion about profit level indicators, PLIs, and we will talk about return on assets, ROA. Return on assets measures the ratio of profits earned during a specific period by the stock of assets that are employed to generate those profits. Return on assets is estimated by dividing an operating profit by operating assets value. The operating profit is the difference between the total revenues and overall costs. In this example, the return on assets is estimated as the difference between price, P, times quantity, Q, which is the same as the revenue, less unit cost, UC, times quantity, Q, which is equivalent to overall costs. The numerator is the value of operating assets, allowing us to evaluate the overall return on the company's assets. Now, since we know the formula for ROA, where is the transfer price for this PLI? Is it price, P, or unit cost, UC? It depends on the type of tested party we identified for this analysis. If the tested party is a distributor, the assumption is that it purchases products from a related party manufacturer for resale to third parties. Therefore, the transfer price is the price that this distributor paid to its related party, UC. On the other hand, if the tested party is a manufacturer, it sells its manufactured products to a related distributor for resale to unrelated parties. Thus, the price that this manufacturer receives from a related party distributor is a transfer price, or P. What factors could undermine this PLI that we use to determine if transfer price between the related parties meets the arm's length standard? Think of any factors that could potentially affect the different components of the ROA formula, and specifically price, P, unit cost, UC, or asset, A. For instance, asset value could be distorted. A number of factors could impact the value of assets, including assets used in a business where they are fully depreciated, or assets that fail to include the value of intangibles on the balance sheet. These are examples where the A part of the formula would not be reflective of the value of the true value of the assets, and using the ROA would distort this measurement. Also, when the mix of assets between the tested party and comparable companies is different, using the ROA as a profit level indicator could affect its comparability. Finally, where the transfer price included in either price, P, or unit cost, UC, is a small component of their values, this could render the ROA as not sensitive to the changes in the transfer price. Specifically, the transfer price might be only a small portion of total costs. This is the case of a distributor that also buys products not only from a related manufacturer, but from other unrelated parties. Additionally, revenues may include sales to unrelated parties. This is the case when a manufacturer not only sells its manufactured product to a related distributor, but it also sells to unrelated parties. The smaller the related party portion of these costs and revenues, the less effective the usage of a PLI would be in this case. In other words, the last two examples would make the ROA insensitive to variations in transfer price. In summary, for each PLI, it is important to know each component of the PLI's formula and understand all the factors that could potentially undermine this PLI, since we use it as a tool to determine if transfer pricing meets the arm's length standard.